This feels like home. Welcome back and thank you for joining me for another reaction video. Now, it is going on 10 p.m. at night, but instead of getting ready for bed, I'm feeling quite inspired, feeling quite motivated. I'm feeling like doing something I should have done a very long time ago, which is head straight back to Unleash the Archers and take a look at a song that you guys have been waiting far too long for. It is called The Wind That Shapes the Land, and it's a long one. It's about 8.5 minutes, and there is no video, but there is some awesome artwork that'll act as a visual placeholder. Now, full disclosure, I started recording this about a minute ago, and it just stopped. Can't tell you why. Technology doing technology things. Which means that I have heard about the first 20 to 30 seconds of the song. Haven't heard anything else. I'm still super excited. I meant to do this a long time ago. Actually meant to do this reaction with Brittany, but I couldn't quite get the technology to work out. I didn't have the setup I have now. It's a pity because I keep seeing this pop up. You know, it's still coming in through comments and requests. I see other people have reacted to it, and I keep thinking, when am I going to do it? Well, the answer is right now. This band I owe an enormous amount of respect, love, thanks, because they were an early part of my channel. They were kind of a band that I was figuring out how to do this with, right? So that was nerve-wracking, and the community and the fan base was amazing, super supportive, really nice, and helped me kind of guide through some awesome songs. They're an incredible talent, and I can't wait for this one. So without further ado, Unleash the Archers, The Wind That Shapes the Land. Let's see what you got. Past the 20 to 30 second mark.
Myself standing on the edge of something that I desperately need. From this moment I will not be the same. No more crying for the things I can't change.
Stopping right there. It's the end of a phrasing. I can hear everyone kind of withdrawing. Beautiful, beautiful start to the song. Awesome scene setting. Love the guitar work. Love, love, love. I can't tell you exactly what's going on there, but it sounds like there's some delay. There's definitely two different parts. And it kind of feels like romantic and airy. The thing I like about that kind of picking, layering it like that, is it adds like a percussive element. There are no drums at this point. There's no percussion of any kind, yet there's this cyclic rhythmic element that has like a percussive feel to it. It gives you a tempo, it gives you an energy, but it's very floaty. It's very pretty. Her voice is just absolutely remarkable, and this is very nostalgic for me. I remember talking to her about layering vocals, and during one of the interviews I did with her, and she was talking about like how she gets to decide kind of what part harmony she wants and how she wants to double up and how she wants to layer. And you can hear some of it there with kind of that, the ooze and the drag out there. And it just adds this like subtle elements of fullness. But the canvas has so much potential for color. I can't wait to see where this goes. We are in uncharted territory now because I definitely didn't get to this part, but beautiful start.
Here I will put this tale to rest. Finish what I started long ago. And though it may not be the ending I wish, only victory can bring me home.
Hang on. Love the lead in there where it got heavy. I was kind of waiting to see how the mood was going to shift. Long songs, I expect like a lot of a journey, a musical, emotional journey, right? It has to happen. They tell a story, and we're going through different chapters. I like it. That's traditional floor tom snare build up. I love that kind of thing. It's very like stadium like. It's anthemic. It feels big. It feels like there's a lot of potential without overdoing it. And then it went into that beautiful piece, right? A lot of really nice panning pieces, even just before that when the lead guitar came in. And I say lead at this point, it's all lead. Shout out Grant. But it is really beautiful. You see, when you have that kind of rhythm, you can hear that kick is leading that so brilliantly to the snare placement, which is consistent. But listen out for that cymbal hit. I'm not going to go back because, I've gone back just to lead into this next piece. But when you listen back again, or if they repeat that at some point, I'm going to assume they will. Bit of melodic foreshadowing happening here. But listen out for that. Almost sounds like it's splashing. And that is your constant. It's like this root that everything is kind of wrapped around. But it's unexpected. It doesn't feel like it should be there. Everyone focuses normally on the snare, but I'm drawn to that. There's a lot of nice panning happening as well. And her voice is phenomenal. Her ability to have her confidence and her ability to be so commanding without having to belt when she's still keeping it fairly restrained. I'm not a vocal coach. I wouldn't even dare try and comment on what that is, but I imagine it's a lot to do with her training, her preparation, just the quality of her voice. Her confidence is evident in every note. This feels like home. Got to stop there, and I'm going to let it play from there. Ah, man. I said to myself I was going to keep the pause into only where relevant, but how do I not talk about this, right? Listen, if you want to hear the original song, the link will be in the description. Don't get mad, huh? Don't get mad. Come on. It's the internet. Don't get mad on the internet. I'm going to stop the song. If I'm not for you, cool. Catch you later. I love, this is actually quite a signature piece that I at least from the songs I've heard, that gallop, right? That 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. That's kind of like, it feels ownable by them. It's in a lot of their music, and I like how they've alternated there between the constant kick with the very kind of definitive, quicker placement of the snare, that doubling up of the timing, and then drifting into the gallop. And I love how synced up the drums and guitar are. And it seems obvious to say that, right? So it's a studio recording, but I would bet any kind of money in any kind of currency, they can do that live.
Turn against the tide that washes over.
Yep. Uh, that is awesome. Okay, so as I hit play, there's some of the screaming coming in. It's that right in the back of your throat. That it's almost like sounds like a cat, right? So it's not this like forward growl or this overshout from the core scenes. It's more placed a little bit back. It feels more in the throat, and it's quite aggressive. It's quite like confrontational. I like that. That's Grant, right? Surely that's Grant. I don't know why I say surely, but for purpose of this video, it's Grant now. Love those kind of key shifts and how it lifts up there. She can just sing anything. She can sing anything. Yeah. I once said that Floor could sing the phone book, and I'd listen. And lo and behold, she ended up singing the phone book, right? Well, Brittany could sing the side effects of any medication, and I'd listen. Now, internet, do your thing. Remarkable. There's so much melody, so much placement of it, so much prioritization of melody that I can't quite tell you what's a chorus and what's a verse. I think the structure of this is take all the rules that you know about songwriting, take all the structural rules, put them in a little bag, right? Take the bag, tie a nice little knot around the top, do it double, so nice and tight, right? And then throw it in the ocean, because rules do not apply here. And I am all for it. As much as I'm a absolute geek for structure and who knows, maybe the longer this goes, the more the picture will paint itself. But I am blown away by this. I love some of those lead runs that they do in between pieces, no matter, even if it's kind of a more intricate guitar piece or if it's this like melodic chords, there's that nice lead work, those runs that happen. But what I am noticing is there's like purposefully, it feels at least purposefully, a lack of, an intentional lack of kind of over the top fills. I think all the mastering, the drumming is coming through in the changes of the intensity, the changes of what the kick's doing. His feet are magic. His feet are David Blaine. Love it. Yeah, okay, listen to this right here. There's no good place to stop. This is a masterpiece, and any interruption should be a sin. Well, sinning today, it's too exciting not to talk about. A lot of intensity, a lot of moments that are like built up and then taken down, right? So right now you're hearing a lot of you just heard that really awesome solo, you heard that nice build up, a change in I don't want to say a change in the pace, or necessarily the intensity, but a change in the purpose of it. So it feels like a lot of those build-ups are being kind of, they're exploding onto the canvas. So let's talk about this canvas that's been painted, and it started out just so, it seemed full though, but very light. And there was a lot of potential for so much more color. And we're seeing it now. But it still feels like there's room. They tell a lot of stories. You're moving through all these chapters, you're moving through all these scenes, and it's evident I need to go back and look at the lyrics. I think that, a lot of people say you've got to listen to the lyrics for this. And sometimes I think about putting those on, but it's hard to then listen as actively as I'd like to if I'm reading it. So I do, and I promise you I always do, go back and read the lyrics and take it in as it was intended. I also encourage people to never watch my reactions as a first time listen to a song. Go watch it on your own and then listen to it with me, and let's see if we spot the same things. But her voice is remarkable. She gets so high and so effortlessly. It should be illegal. This feels so comfortable to me. They feel so comfortable to me. It's like a relative I haven't seen for a while. I know that sounds really silly because I've never actually met them, but it feels right.
And watch as I drain the light from inside. Now at last I saw the most my darkness, so I fly. So within my grasp I hold the spark and shatter it. See her eyes go dark. Could it be I finally won the war? I see the clouds are gone. The storm that rages quiet once again. I feel the stars above, shining on the fragments that remain.
Hang on. Easy, guys, easy. God, give me a second. My heart rate's going like crazy. I always talk about the intention. So I'll go back to here because this is important. That synth piece that came in feels very happy, right? Feels like it isn't meant to be sad. It feels much more hopeful. So I don't know if that's been reflected in the lyrics or the storytelling, but it does feel more hopeful. It feels a little bit more triumphant. It feels like it's got a new energy to it. Try and find the pattern. It's that up down. Think of it as a ladder, but it doesn't go straight up and down. It goes like that, right? Try and find the pattern there and listen to what the drums are doing to help you find the roots of it. Really smart.
The storm that rages quiet once again. I feel the stars above, shining on the fragments that remain. Search within, uncover the will to win. Turn against the tide that washes over. Find the strength to fall and rise again. Open up the gates, unleash the force. I am the wind that shapes the lands. Old as time and twice as strong.
Okay, listen to the lead piece of that. Dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, happening just behind the gallop, always just behind the gallop. It's important that you start looking through the layers of music. You have to try, right? So the job of mixing and mastering is to make everything sound really compact. It's to make what I'm asking you to do very, very difficult. But if you practice hard enough, you'll be surprised at how many gaps you can find. These aren't gaps that are wrong. These aren't gaps that are bad for the song. These are opportunities for you to listen in an extremely active manner. Think about when you're in a a bar and one of your friends goes to order a drink. They're looking at you. You can't really see their mouth, not close enough to read their lips, but you can almost tune into what they're saying. You can single out a voice in a crowd. That's what we're doing here. I'm a huge advocate for listening more deeply, and that providing you with a better understanding of why you love a band, why they mean so much to you, and help you celebrate them a little bit more actively. This is emotional for me.
The wind that shakes the lands, older, time and twice as strong. Oceans rise at my command. All your love can carry on. What is this I see? Broken before me. Once again I pay the price. I've nothing without sacrifice.
That was intense. Quick thing about music before I go on to just fanboy. There's a lot of moments in there where I can hear like a harmony on the lead work, but I can also hear the gallop of that chord. More fullness of that distortion. Wondering how that gets done live. Obviously, I think they've got the two guitarists, right? So is there like a track, or is that harmony? Is that kind of left to bass and drums? There's like a few pieces there where I heard a couple more layers, I think. And there's a number of ways that you can do that live. You can do it through a track that you've recorded yourself and you're obviously playing along to. You can sort of sacrifice certain parts. You could emphasize others. There's a load of ways to do that, but I thought it was brilliant. Again, I'm going to go look at the lyrics. I'm going to go look at the message and the story. But that was everything I kind of wanted it to be. It drifted. It took you through phases. It took you through energy levels. I always talk about how if a song has a particular impact or breaks in a certain way, you can't have that experience again. The closest you can get is if the band slows it down or takes you in a different direction, allows you to breathe and relax a little. You get close enough to that hit again when it comes back in. A lot of elements there that I loved. Vocals just remarkable. It prioritized melody. It wasn't over the top. There was enough shine with the lead work. Everything sounded brilliant. Her voice is remarkable. This band is remarkable. And hey guys, I know a venue up the road. How about you come play in Knots, please? That would be really, really cool. Yeah, just magic band. And from my experience with them, wonderful people. And you know, when you just root for a band, you just you want them to like achieve all the success in the world, not just because you like them and it's your kind of style and you know, but also they're just great people and they're so goddamn talented. It's like they deserve it. If for whatever magical reason they end up watching this, I would just like to send out a massive personal thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for how you treat reaction channels. Thank you for understanding that if done right, there is a place, whether it be through opening up other people to new music, whether it be fulfilling just a bit of spreading of that word and message, like a marketing channel, And thank you for always being kind to me. Most of all, thank you for the music. Until the next one, please be safe, be nice to each other, and have a damn good day.